morning/afternoon. We were late.
Apologies, you guys. We still got the Monday from yesterday. We were just talking about it. We was having technical issues. But love y'all. Let's get into it.
Yeah, so Rams. We in the playoffs.
Hold up. Hey.
Yeah, Rams have made it. All of the seeding has been decided, so Rams will play the Lions. And did you see Jameis Winston at the end of the game? You know, when they're in victory formation and they're supposed to take, just taking knees.
Yeah.
And the coach was like, all right, they was blowing out the team already. Game was over. And they end up scoring another touchdown from victory formation. And that's kind of like frowned upon, you know what I mean? Like, yo, man, this is unnecessary. And they asked him about it, and he said, the team made a decision. Because the coach was like, victory formation, it's over.
Right.
They waving the white flag, this game is over. And they still scored.
He said you wanted all the smoke still, huh?
I mean,
I just see the game.
Yeah, they asked him about it, and he said, we decided as a team to do that. But the coach didn't do it. The coach didn't decide.
The team was like, okay, we separate, okay.
Yeah, he said it was a team decision. So that was pretty interesting too. With when he took it upon himself to do that, and people was going in on him. Shannon Sharp was like, "This is why he's, this is why he hasn't won. This is why he's not winning, basically, because of that attitude right there." Shannon Sharp said, "If I would have been on that team, I'd have jumped off sides." just to back it up.
All right. I mean, everybody has their opinion.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just keep going. You just run teams to the mud. I've seen it happen, and I wasn't in the organized sports like that, but I can understand, why somebody would, and I can understand why you wouldn't. But I guess I don't know. We will see, as far as Shannon Sharp is saying, his performance, if it's going to,
I think that's something that you don't know how serious it is if you don't play the game, because I always thought that'd be a dope fake play to act like you're taking in, you know what I'm saying, a knee, and still, like, I would still be trying to win,
Of course.
I'm trying to jump in there and get the ball before you spike it, or
because all I'm
take
thinking
a knee
about right now, and of course Lynden isn't here, but Jordan probably would have did the same thing. Like what you mean?
And
stop for what?
And I think it's
the
the victory formation, because we all talk about Pete Carroll and
he said Clayton said he did to give the running back his first TD of the season. Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay, well
that's why they said they did it, but
then okay,
no problem with it.
The running back got his first touchdown. Yeah.
What about don't kick me when I'm down, like type of energy?
Man,
I did hear about that.
You have a good point about that, Shima. Don't kick me while I'm down, but hey, man, it's just football. Like, I can understand if it was a real fight. Like, it's just football.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know. I didn't watch the game. What day was this? Don't tell me it was yesterday or
Football Sunday. I believe it was Sunday's game.
What the hell was I doing Sunday?
Probably snowboarding or something.
But the Bills and Dolphins game was good too, y'all. So I don't know
That was a
anybody
good
caught
game,
that,
yeah.
but that was like a crazy game.
Yes. What up, Mimi? Okay, moving on. Tiger Woods said that his 27-year partnership with Nike came to an end.
I just heard that
It's
on the way back from
y'all.
snowboarding. Yeah.
27 years.
Wow. I wonder what the reason was. You think Nike just wasn't making any money off of him anymore? And that's Nike always will make money off of it, so I don't know.
I just think that, honestly, I did notice in 2022 Tiger did wear those FootJoy shoes. He's had a lot of injuries, along with also being in that accident that he's recovering from. So maybe,
there you go.
Maybe medically it's not, comfortable for him. And then I did read a couple of articles that stated that he was basically into both sides of the partnership with clothing and shoes, and I think Nike, as I believe, stopped making clothing like quite a few years ago. Like
off the Tiger.
Yeah. So.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, Nike has in the past they've been very serious when it comes to their sponsored athletes wearing other gear. Like they don't want that, because if they paying you all that money and you're out here promoting another brand, you know what I mean? That's probably in the I would imagine it's in the contract, like especially at events. Like if you're playing the actual game we playing you.
I get it, because I have an attitude when somebody comes in this barbershop with another brush. Like, sir, take that brush and put it in your car.
I'll give you another example. Do you remember when we went to that barber class and the guy was sponsored by one brand, but he was like, hey, be honest though, like I really use these.
We gotta check with that class.
Yeah.
The sidebar, yeah.
He was like, I really use
we
these.
need to ask him to come here.
Yeah.
We should have him come here.
Right.
So it was a class we went to, and the barber was sponsored by, let's just say, like Andis. I forget which brand he was actually sponsored by, but he did a couple movements with those clippers on video, and then it was like, all right, but these are the ones I really use. You know?
Man, I mean, I'm glad for his honesty, but
yeah. I'm just saying I can understand Nike's perspective, like what you were talking about. He's wearing a whole nother brand while he's playing, and to his point, hey, if I'm getting injured I feel like in any way, shape, or form it got something to do with then
because just like the what was it, the ball shoes? Man, them kids got them shoes fast.
Right.
They wasn't doing anything. And shout out to the Lakers. They beat the Clippers. Thank you, Damon.
Damon said the historically sorry Clippers. Ooh. Clippers smoke. I love it.
But he said my sorry Lakers beat the historic. Yeah. I was trying to connect with Damon on Sunday. He was, he had a late start.
Moving on. We got to tap in on Shannon Sharp. He's been getting lots and lots of criticism on his interview.
For Katt Williams?
Katt Williams.
Hey,
yes.
Bro. Let's talk about it.
We got to talk about it because it's 2 episodes. Number 1, the interview in itself. And then number 2.
The one with Chad Johnson?
No, they're just criticizing him. And he said, I never said I was a journalist. So all of this slack that I'm getting for not pushing back on this question or doing whatever you thought I should have did, I'm not a journalist. He said, I have a podcast, and he's an ex-football player. He's not a journalist. So it's like, what? He has conversations. And the cold part is, I don't know. What'd he say?
Keep going. You read it. Keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, that part, David.
He didn't take responsibility for anything Katt said, and he always reiterated that he was just basically letting him speak his mind, tell his side of the story, which every other guest before him got the chance to also do. So the fact that people want him to pivot or cut off Katt Williams, that's like showing right now that you're being basically like one-sided. Like people should be able to speak all sides. Like, come on now. That
happened with Noriega with Kanye, right?
Same thing.
It's like you can't. So just ladies and gentlemen, if we have a guest and they just come on here and decide they want to rant, once again, we're not journalists. We're just here, promoting, communication to everybody, podcast. So if they come on here, we can't do nothing. We're going to stop the show? No. It's just going to go up.
and to his point, he had several other guests that threw people under the bus, that aired their grievances, that went on rants, and it's none of the pushback for those guests. This was just one of those ones where somebody came on there. He said so much about so many people.
Most of the things Katt was saying has receipts to it.
Has anybody said that he was lying yet?
A lot of people say he's lying. Yeah.
Well,
the people he's talking about.
It's very interesting because the joke that he said about Steve Harvey, the Halloween joke, that was Mark Curry's joke. They have that documented, that Mark Curry said it. Call me by my initials. That is documented. Like the only thing that is a little stretched was that Ford that was that run. Like,
did you see him running?
hey, that was moving.
Hey,
though.
listen. I'm not gonna say it was a 4.7, whatever time that was,
Yeah,
but
that boy was moving.
he runs incredibly fast for his age.
Granted, we watched Atlanta before. And
Yeah.
about
Oh,
2
I
years
The
forgot.
ago,
alligator man.
Oh, alligator man,
during
he
the
was
episode,
boning out.
G said the same thing.
When I watched, I said, that
Katt
man
is
moving.
fast. He said that.
Yeah.
And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know
I
what mean?
remember that.
So-
We gotta
Like,
bring that up, bro. Oh yes, you're right.
Like I said, I don't know if it's a 4.3, but it's fast enough.
Hey, he had me convinced. Did you see his form?
Put it like this. How old is Katt Williams?
He gotta be 50, like between 50 and 52.
I don't
Hey, he might be. He got to be one of the fastest 50-year-olds in the nation, hands down, hands down.
Oh man.
And even then, the only thing that I was like, all right, we got to see is the 3,000 books in a year. So if he just do a video where he reading fast as hell, I'm done.
Yeah, that was another Katt. I don't like no disrespect, Katt, but 3,000 in a year, that is a lot of books. That means you got to read like over 10 books a day.
I mean, he is a comedian, and I feel like this is just part of the greatness that he gives us. You know, everybody's talking about it. This is 2024, and everybody's talking about Katt Williams. So,
But let me ask you this.
Sidebar, go ahead.
The question is, do you think that platforms like Club Shay Shay,
Yeah.
do you think they have a responsibility to stop guests from, going on rants if they throwing everybody under the bus? Do you think it's any of that responsibility lies on them?
Well, yes and no. It just depends on what they're saying. I don't think that Katt Williams said enough for him to be told to stop. But sure enough, there are things that can be said that may need to be toned down or.
that's a good answer, because as far as we believe, we always tell people, like, the presentation is out of respect all the time. You know what I mean? So when people come on here, they already know that our guests are already given, like, basically like what our core standards are. People usually are doing something that they believe in and saying. So if somebody gets passionate about something or speaks something that's totally their opinion, we can say this is their opinion. We don't have the same beliefs. We're not saying,
right,
okay, we believe what you're saying and
Exactly.
this is the truth. Okay, we're giving them a chance to voice what they feel. So I feel like that's like the line that you're talking about, and it's so important, because as I wouldn't say as a journalist, but as a podcast, I feel like, you know what, we tell the stories of the people who don't get to always say something. You know what I mean? So when we do have a guest on here, that's their time to speak.
Yeah.
So if it's something disrespectful, like if somebody says some racial slander, what do we immediately do?
Let them know.
Exactly.
Even when if we too many cuss words, we'll let them know, like, okay, in a polite gesture,
Right.
chill out.
And I also feel like with that interview in particular, it's not like he was calling for violence on somebody or saying go harm somebody or go do this or trying to organize a riot or anything. You know what I'm saying? He's just talking
mess.
Talking mess, airing his grievance. So I feel like everybody else did the same thing. Like if you go on there and you talk about your ex-wife and how that went down, and if you talk about your old business partner and how that went, what's the difference?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of which, I just want to say one last thing. I'll just say this. Katt Williams, I saw yesterday on, I think it was like the Shade Room or something, or World Star, whatever. But he's going on tour with Torrey Hart.
Oh, that's petty.
So I feel like
With who?
Torrey Hart,
Kevin Hart's
ex-wife. So I feel like
that is.
this is like
Wait,
next level. Like you said, pettiness. Like the next blow. Like
Shit, wait a minute.
But
You mean to
kick
tell
me
me
hey,
down.
hey,
Like,
and
everything.
I do want to
Kevin
go ahead.
Hart's ex-wife is starting to do comedy?
No, she's been doing
She's been
comedy,
doing
and I
comedy.
want to say that this is no way slighting her because she's actually funny.
Yes.
Like I've seen her stand up before. She got
We're gonna
jokes.
put this on
Absolutely.
YouTube.
Yeah,
while-
she got
while we're
jokes.
working.
She got
Absolutely.
jokes. So it's not like, oh, you get an opportunity that you don't deserve. Like she's funny. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So let's get that out the way. But the fact that he's taking her on tour it's just like the timing of it is like, damn.
Yeah. You
All
hear
right.
Mike Epps said, "Dang, why you talking about me, Katt? Like you could have said something good or bad.
Yeah,
I got a show coming up."
He said, I need the press.
Speaking of shows, if y'all haven't checked out that Dave Chappelle, hilarious. Check it out.
Oh, we got to cover
Moving
this.
on.
We're running out of time, so we got to cover this one. After a 40-year ban, Gavin Newsom has legalized low riders. So you could. So
Yes.
hey, so
Yes.
and I don't mean
Yes.
just the vehicles. I mean flossing the Shaw, going up and down. You know,
What?
that's back. That's
Yes.
crazy, man. Like,
I need to call my guy. Can I get my old school out finally, man? Damn.
hey, man, that's crazy to think that that's coming back. Like, I just
Yeah.
That is
remember.
about to be
I remember
nice.
going up and down Crenshaw and Sunset too. I don't know if y'all ever went up and down Sunset, but
Hey, bro, look. When I got my car, Crenshaw was cool because I was a kid. But once I knew about Sunset,
Yeah.
I was like, Crenshaw, I'm going to Sunset, man.
Yeah.
I had so much fun with Sunset.
plus, I think they cracked down harder on Crenshaw before they cracked down
I
on
think it's probably
Sunset.
because of the violence. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but I'm just mean. So they both did this, but it got to the point where we were on Sunset before, and we got like 2 tickets just trying to get back to the freeway. Like they were tripping on everything. Like remember fog lights when fog lights were really in.
Yeah.
No cruise.
Yeah, you can
No
have fog
cruising.
lights,
Like if
yeah.
I see you 2 times, and they were heavily like regulating all of the vehicle codes. So all the little petty stuff that they might normally let slide.
Because what if you was trying to find parking and
They didn't care about
you're trying to
fair.
go to a restaurant. That's messed up.
My boy had fog lights. He changed his headlights. They were like, these aren't
Factory.
factory
And who
headlights.
cares? Like
It's like, what? That's a ticket? Yep. They were trying to send a clear signal. We don't want y'all out here on Sunset. So it's good to, have those moments back because that was a lot of fun,
But
man. As long as you keep it
sidebar-
safe.
Sidebar.
That was a lot of
kept
fun.
it because Sunset is dead.
It is.
And,
It is.
and
Dead.
you think about it, when you was out there, you're gonna get some food.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You're gonna park.
Absolutely.
You're gonna patronize a couple of businesses. That kind of killed a lot of the revenue. So
Exactly. So
I could imagine Crenshaw
Yeah.
benefit from that and Sunset. Were there
There's
any
a lot
other?
of, karaoke spots over there too, though.
I just
Well,
remember
Sunset-
Miyagi's and W's.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi's.
Yeah.
And we were just talking
I
about
saw
that.
this one
We
We just talking about that last night, man. We
talking
leaving up
about
out of
that.
Mr. Miyagi's back
If
in
you
the
have
day.
not
Too
stayed on the
hard.
table at Miyagi's, you've never had fun in LA.
Never
Hey.
had
Sorry.
Mr. Miyagi's. Hey,
If
we
you have not
we was
stood on
leaving
the
out of
table
there.
at Miyagi's, you've
Hey,
never
look,
had fun in LA.
look, no cap, man. I don't know how many of us it was. We shut down Mr. Miyagi's one day. We was leaving up out of there like a little train. we was in a little train, little Congo line. We used to have fun at Mr. Miyagi's. Oh man, that was some good times.
Oh my god!
Y'all
We
can
have
tell
to
how
see
old we
Tory
are.
Hart. Thanks, Mimi. We got to see Tory Hart. When I come back from getting my phone, I shout out. Where's Mike at? He ain't on here. Went snowboarding yesterday. Was having the time of my life. Last run, lost my phone. So.
Oh,
man.
Damon said Crenshaw got a big train in the way now.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
weak.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well,
Well, ahead of the
not where
2028 Olympics.
because by the cemetery. I mean not the cemetery. Angeles. That's
Oh,
where they usually be at.
Yeah,
you
they
know.
turn around right there, right?
But that's where people usually park. You
Yeah.
know, so
Right. So they're connecting the Inglewood Transit line. That's what we're talking about, guys. They're connecting the Inglewood Transit rail to the K line.
Mhm.
So that line will be over there by Fiesta Martin's on Florence.
Mhm.
So they're talking about actually tearing down that restaurant, which is an iconic restaurant, Mexican restaurant over there.
y'all like that? Never mind.
But I mean, it's iconic. You know,
Kind of.
maybe more margaritas next time. But anyway, they're tearing that down, and then it's gonna go all around downtown Inglewood, and then go to SoFi Stadium. So they're saying that may alleviate traffic because they don't want people driving in that area. And then SoFi is hosting the opening ceremonies to the Olympics, so
Yes, right.
they're trying to basically get that done before 2028. So let's see how that
Ooh.
goes.
That's dope.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff coming
That's
this
why
way,
I go
man.
home.
No,
But
you
they
have
already
to
got the
find out.
funding from the federal government. They secured $1 billion, and they're at 85% funded, and they need $2 billion for the project. So, yeah.
And I heard the rail just got funded too, for the
To go to Vegas?
the California rail that just got fully funded. So
Woo-hoo-hoo.
it's a lot of stuff, a lot of jobs coming.
Hold up.
A lot of excitement. Unfortunately, that's it though, man. We got to cut the show short
Yeah,
because
y'all warm up because it's supposed to be a cold snap all the way until 10 a.m. This morning.
It's supposed to be
last
a
night was like
freeze.
the coldest
Yeah.
night of the season or something like that. So, you know, we have more days coming up.
Yeah, and you
It's cold.
snowboarders, get ready, because they got snow out there. It's looking beautiful.
Okay.
You know,
You
if
like
you find my phone, please give it to
flossing
me.
on Flexing,
If
okay.
you find my phone out there, please hit me up.
That would be
Yes.
so
Hey,
funny
shoulda-
if somebody did find it.
and
was
it
like,
still worked.
Right.
Hey, I just thought about that.
That would be like, oh
Hey,
my
Stanley
God.
Cup should make phone cases. Keep your phone thawed,
Oh,
nice and
see.
thawed out.
What is up with the Stanley Cup?
Man, I know they. Shima,
Man,
tell us.
Okay, well, so you know I love my cups, y'all.
You talking about these cups?
No, that's
but
not
my
a Stanley Cup.
My Stanley is on the way.
Her Stanley Cup will be here
But
Thursday.
Anyway, yeah, I
What is
love
a
my
Stanley
cup?
Cup?
So it's
Man,
a
it's the cup.
long story.
I think it's a little cap, but basically, when everything was burning down in the fires, this cup was in the cup holder in the car that burnt to a crisp, and it allegedly still had ice in it.
Like a Yeti?
Unscathed. Okay,
Like-
unscathed.
Like a
Just
Yeti.
Like seriously,
Like a
fire.
Yeti.
And
Like
since then,
the car was burnt
everyone
to a
wants
crisp.
one.
No, actually, an influencer put it on the map. Stanley has been around for like 150
All right,
years.
I'm
or
not
something like
qualified
that.
to speak on Stanley Cups.
And then an influencer, but they were basically marketing to construction workers and men. So an influencer bought a cup. It went viral, and from that viral video, the head of the marketing department put millions of dollars into marketing, in a marketing campaign to women, and started making pastel colors and all this kind of stuff. So that's what kind of put them on the map. So
Hey man,
anyway,
can somebody send me the Stanley
backstory.
Cup?
Yeah.
Well, in a few hours, I will go get a new phone as soon as I got a couple of customers. I'm here to the iPhone.
Yeah.
iStore, give me a new damn phone. Ugh.
All right.
Anyways, make sure
Love
you like,
y'all.
subscribe, and share.
Please.
It's free 99.
We can